Joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Down for the offense. The give from the gun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Monroe. Makes his connection. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Still running at the 40. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 3, Clemson 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Freshman trying to take a shot, but put just a little too much on it.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
As quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They're going to ride this running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Monroe. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
3rd down play from the gun. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Man, this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on third down to extend, scramble, and go get a big pickup in chunky yards for his offense?
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Now he'll throw back into the middle. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play, obviously.
Unleashes one deep. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
Man, and that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding, have a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
The aerial assault continues. Feeling some heat. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. Pass to 50. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul? When it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception.
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Wants to throw. It's Monroe. It's complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. On the Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking for a crease. It's Moses. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running it to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. USC has just had no answers today. You should see what the Trojan greats are saying on social media right now. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, talk about not safe for work. They're trailing by 14 to Washington. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this isn't.
The expressway is wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He'll try to do it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Clemson is quick to the line. Quarterback keeps it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They ran it on first down, now on second. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Baxter. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Coming after him. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down. And how about the quarterback there? Buys time. He's outside. He's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening. And just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now. And they've got the defense on their heels.
And it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Power football with the run. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting into the big fella at tight end.
Brings up second down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Snap it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Man, that D-tackle's a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Trying to get to it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage. Or do I go for it on fourth down? I like to go for it personally.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Touchdown.
Lining up to add another.
Number 34 with the carry.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Fast motion from the offense. Looking for a man. It's Monroe. He looks that one in nicely. A pickup of 5, marks it at the 36-yard line.
I love the defense. How about the physicality on that one? That's a tough route to defend, and he catches the football, but what does he do? He gets him on the ground right now. Good physical tackle. No yak on that catch.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Fires to the middle. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Running it back, it's Baxter. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Getting some heat. Turns it loose. Wide open. He makes the catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Moving toward the end zone and fumble! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, look out! And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Monroe. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Aggie! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Fair catch called for and made. The offense set for a first down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. It's Moody. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
A pickup of 8. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas A&M 24, Clemson 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion from the offense. On second down, looking to throw. Buying some time. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
This is a design run. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on fourth down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. The throw. Good timing on the quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. From the shotgun, the inside give. tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Monroe. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the middle. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. How about this free safety just being a football player and going and making the tackle?
Just playing free, right? Just floating around, floating around. He wasn't designed to blitz, but did a good job seeing the quarterback, going to him, getting him on the ground, and getting the sack. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback extends the play. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Clemson will send the punt team out. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking for a block. It's Campbell. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Monroe. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Smashes it between the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll start this drive firing. Steps away. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Baxter. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Baxter. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw it. Steps away to find some room. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Trying play action. Got a man, it's Haynes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And running east-west at this point is not going to help you win this game. You're down by a possession, a 2-minute situation. You got to catch it and get north, get the first down to stop the clock. Or you got to catch it and make sure that you're somewhere close to out of bounds if you're going to try to go lateral. That wasn't it right there.
Using the quick game. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to make magic with his feet. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. Looking to buy time. The offense coughs it up. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone for the touchdown. All tied up, and now the kicker can win it.
Man, how about the execution by this offense? Taking almost all of the clock, tying this football game, and now get that kicker loose. No pressure at all. Go kick that thing through the uprights, and you get the big W.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking to throw, it's Monroe. They're trying to get to it. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.